I'm just starting up this stream, and if the game audio goes out for a second, that just means I'm not in that window right now. But I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait for some people to pop in before I start, because I'd hate to have everyone miss the glorious intro for this game. This happens. Not that I won't, I don't know, repeat it myself, but yeah. What does the cat want? It says I have one viewer, but I'm not sure if that's me or not. Sometimes that happens. My cat is bothering me for something. What do you want, baby? What is it? If anyone's in the chat, you can say hi and let me know. I don't really know who's showing up, and yeah, so I don't really know who all to wait for. If you're for some reason watching this in the future, later, as just like a video on YouTube, sorry for all the so far the 5 minutes of books that we've got. And let me know if the audio is alright. If anyone is watching. I have, I don't know, OBS is kind of weird. It doesn't want to pick up the game audio and my mic audio, so I just have my mic picking up the audio from the speakers of the computer, so that's why it's kind of funny. It also likes to pick up my mouse clicks pretty easily, so sorry about that. It's not, it's not really top of the line streaming here. Sorry if you can hear me typing. my cat on my lap. What is it? She has her claws stuck in my leg. Oh, you want down? No, she wants down. Okay. She's been pet enough. Well, I'm waiting. I guess I can talk about this game. It's the 7th game out of 32. I think they've made 32 since I think their first one was in 98 or 99, and they've kind of gone tits up. The company has, but the last one, I think, was 3 years ago. Sea of Darkness. This is 7. This is one of the classics. And it's one that I played when I was 11 or 12. I don't think I got them like right when they came out. They were always birthday and Christmas presents. My birthday's in October, so it was always, I don't know, the fall. I never got any when, I guess that's to say I never got any in spring, because I think they did spring and fall releases for a while there, of like 2 games a year or something. But yeah, so I've been playing this game, for the past, 16 years? Oh, there's someone else watching, hi. And it's a really good one. The games, I'd say like games 4 through up to like Curse of Blackmore Manor, which is number 11. I'd say those are the classics, and the writers were amazing, and they wrote some like, in contrast to the newer ones, and especially like the middle games, these are like amazingly brilliant and so well written, and just like they're just good mysteries. They're not too preposterous, they're not really that flashy, they're kind of humble games, but they're just good, they're just solid, and this one's technically kind of scary. It was definitely scary when I was 12. But then I'm afraid of everything, so. Yeah. If you just popped in, I'm just waiting for a good amount of people to show up, which I guess is going to be 3 or 4. I know I'm waiting on someone to come in and watch. I'm playing in window too, so I can see the chat if you want to talk to me. Especially if you want me to. I'm basically playing the game myself. I'm not really taking audience help and stuff, especially since there's a lag with the stream. That would take forever if I was asking people live what to do in the game. But yeah, I super welcome the chat, because it's really fun to play. Yeah, with comments, with friends. And I did Secret of the Scarlet Hand last week, I think last Sunday, and that one we crushed that one in like 3 hours, and it's a bit of a longer, more complicated one than this one, I think. So I'd say we get through it in about 2 hours. I'm just gonna do it in one chunk, and we'll probably take some breaks, because I'll need bathroom breaks and snack breaks. But yeah, it'll be a good, fun afternoon. What is it? The cat is back. What is it, baby? What is it? She wants more dinner. She always wants more dinner. got this. Yeah, I've got this in windowed, and it's real small. I'm playing on a Mac. The old games are PC only, but it's not really an emulator. But I'm using Wineskin to play them, and the old ones aren't designed to go into windowed mode, but there's a forced windowed mode you can do, and it's a very small little window. It's like, I don't know, it's like a fifth of my screen or something. But I just wish I could make it slightly larger. What, Lily? What? What? You need to go lay down. You go behave yourself. Okay, I'm gonna start in a minute or two because I'm getting kind of antsy for it. Hey, there we go. Hi, Angus. One person in the chat. We're doing great. Big time streaming now. Goodness. It's a pig and a half getting that out of my mouth. I know Mal wanted to come watch too. I don't want to start without them. Oh, we've got 3. Three is enough to start. 3 is not a lot of people, but it is enough to start. And if the audio is funny, just let me know. The audio quality is not amazing, and I know that, but there's not a lot I can do about that with my current setup. So sorry, it's kind of it's not beautiful. But if you have a hard time hearing me or the game, I can fiddle and I can kind of get us audible. Yeah, you can stream to YouTube with I'm using OBS, which is open. I can't remember what it stands for, but OBS will stream to YouTube, and yeah, that's like it's like the only easy thing to do with Macs. Everything else is way too complicated. Like Twitch is impossible. So we've got 4 people going, and
welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dogs.
We're gonna play Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
To start playing, choose either Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Tutorial.
We are going to play. Hold on. I'm gonna put my cat out so she doesn't. Okay, sorry. There won't be any cat. Well, we're gonna play Junior because Junior and Senior, it's just puzzle difficulty. We're gonna do Junior because it's the weekend.
Dear Dad, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to
YouTube streaming. Hi Mal. By the way, hi.
The phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
What are you making for dinner? Oh, the phone.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
You make it sound like the house is haunted or something.
Not the house. The woods.
Oh, there's someone else.
Just
Hi.
wait until it gets dark.
You can say hi in the chat if you want.
What am I saying?
But you don't have
Nancy,
to.
You shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
No way. You've got me so curious, I wouldn't leave even if I could.
What do you mean?
A tree fell down behind my car just as I was
It's
driving
so
up to the
spooky.
house. I'm blocked in.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
This is exactly how a horror movie starts. She refuses to leave. We're not in a
Don't worry
hurry.
about it. I'm not
We want to
to
stick around.
It will be. Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
Why? What on earth do you think is gonna happen?
The dogs. Those dogs. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Aw, damn.
What is that?
What is that? Some weird noises. This game, right, it is these are like E for Everyone games, so they're for younger people, but this is one of their scary games technically, and it does one of my favorite things that some Nancy Drew games do, which is sometimes you can control the time. Like last week, the one we played, you could choose like exactly what hour it is, but this one you just choose if it's day or night, and it's actually kind of creepy. It touches on that you know how when you're camping, like daytime stuff, it's like really nice and beautiful and amazing in the daytime, and then at night it's just terrifying. I feel like this game kind of has that feel too, because I mean we're in a cabin in the woods. And yeah, that was not me making a spooky sound. That was someone or something else. I'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to spoil it for you. We need those gloves. Flashlight. Here's some forest trails. Harry, thought you could use this map to the cemetery. You'll find lots of bait along the way, especially at night. The cemetery is real hard to find. I got lost a bunch of times. Happy fishing, George. So here's us, and I guess there's a cemetery out back on the property. I mean, there it is. We'll go out there. Right, there's nothing else out here. This is the cabin. We can't really actually go upstairs. You'll see in a sec what upstairs does. The soundtrack for this game is also really amazing. I love it. Here we go. We got some dogs.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper.
That one's stuck. Vitus, Iggy, Lucy, and Xander. And they all move around. I don't know about you. It's probably a puzzle. It's a puzzle. Okay.
The moon's so bright, I won't need my flashlight. Ooh, something's out there.
Oh, you bet, honey.
Now look what you've done. That was a Strix Varia.
It's not
At
Strix
least I
Varia.
think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
A Strix what?
Strix Varia. A barred owl. Real hard to spot. And it doesn't help that you're out here making more noise than a jumbo jet.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm.
My name's Red Knot. And if you've got a volume knob, I'd appreciate your taking it down a notch before you scare away everything from here to Lancaster.
I'm Nancy Drew. What were all those noises out here just now?
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I'm staying here in the old Malone place.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
This man is horrifying. Just wait. Just fucking wait. This guy is something else.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs. The dogs of Mickey Malone. Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People would just hear them, howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone, both.
Did they ever attack Sally?
She never gave them the chance. After the first attack, she stopped going out at night. Just locked the doors when it got dark and sat tight until morning.
The dogs would attack her house?
It's like they don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Ooh,
Did she
spooky.
ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Do you live close by?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house.
One more thing. The water in Sally's well needs to be tested. How do I do that?
Get a sampling kit from Jeff Akers. Ranger station's on the east side of the lake. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Ooh.
It's not safe to take the boat out at night.
I want to take the boat out at night, though. It's a nice cabin, huh? Let's not go in the shed just yet. Sort of weird. I'm used to playing these, I haven't played this game. Well, I haven't played it in a few years, but also I haven't,
I'd better wait until daylight.
I haven't played it except for, kind of in, like, the order to do it, to get through it, like, real fast. So I'm trying to do stuff kind of a little more out of order, I guess. Not out of order, but I'm just rambling at this point. Whatever. Some dogs around there, huh? Oh.
This is not good.
Ghost begging strips? That might help. Oh no. You're gonna open the door. I did it. let's go to bed. I'm too spooked. I would like to wake up in the AM. And the sun is out and we'll be safe from ghost dogs. Right, that, God, that used to scare me to death as a kid. It is not scary at all.
Looks like paw prints.
Paw prints? What the fuck? This well is dry as hell.
The boat's full of water.
Oh. Screwdriver. No, sorry. I do want this though. Oh, it's fucked as hell.
The spark plug is missing. The spark plug is
no
missing.
Spark plug. This thing isn't gonna go at all. Whoever sold that to her is lying. How it was ready to go. We can do some exploring. Let's do some exploring though. Let's see. We got wood.
Those look too rotten.
Whatever we took that one board for. See, we've got a board, we've got a life vest, a bucket, screwdriver, a map. Oh, we have a... What is this? Yeah, we have a PDA. How fucking cool is this? I think this game came out in 2002, maybe. Just about that time, so... yeah, no cell phone. Can't get in there. It's fun. Okay. We can zoom in on that, for a thing later. Some more wood. We're just collecting wood, I guess.
Better be careful.
Oh, I better be careful. We have to wander around these woods at night, which, this is kind of spooky. It's kind of spooky out here at night. I know my way around, though, so don't worry, we won't get lost. Let's go to the cemetery, though. Let's check that shit out, huh? I know how to get to the cemetery. There's a blue jay. Here we go. Waldo Matthias. Snooky. Goodness Oma Pearl. Piff and Puff. Oh, we missed Piff and Puff. Marbles. We're so sorry to have lost you. Oh, it's very funny, isn't it? Stench. There's a fucking board. There we go. Give me this board. I love wood. I love picking it up. Okay, so dog tombstones, Vitus, Xander, Lucy, and Iggy.
These look like dog tracks.
There's Mickey Malone, the gangster that built this cabin. That's all there really is to see right now in the cemetery, so we're going to go back. That's always the wrong way. You want to go this way. Check out the shed.
A face only a gnome could love.
Fucking rude, Nancy. What do you have against this gnome? Key? Don't need that iron, I guess. antique iron. I'd sell that shit on Etsy. So the mouse is kind of weird. It takes me a while to scroll.
Oh, the key broke off.
Excellent.
There's got to be another way to get this open.
Well, yeah. It's really easy. Perfecto. Oh yeah, here's the good stuff. A mask and some hammer and nails. Oh, I think there's someone new in the watching. You can say hi in the chat if you want. You don't have to. If you just want to lurk and watch, that's cool. Oh wait, hold on.
It's still not fixed.
You wanna... let's die.
Rotten floorboards. What's your...
Aww. Bollocks. So that's one of the deaths. The stream I did last week, I didn't make Nancy die at all. Which is kind of, maybe a mistake on my part. Because it is quite funny when she dies. But God, look at this, like, fucking repair job she did. It's really quite bad. Rotten floorboards, eh? Well. Oh, right. Duh, we can't get in there yet. I haven't done the puzzle. I think that's all I can do right now during the day. Oh, wait, hold on. This is where Red Knot came from.
This must be Red's observation platform.
This weird old senior citizen who has a observation platform on Sally's property, yet decides to come yell at us for, I don't know, existing in the house. Very typical cis dude behavior. Oh yeah, let's look at this plaque.
Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other three. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night.
So the, I don't know if I can explain this puzzle. You might notice that some of the walls in here have different, they've all kind of got the same, like, pattern, but there are different things emphasized on each. So this one, like, there's deer. On this one, see, there's still, like, deer in the pattern, but there are leaves. Like, the trees are prominent on that wall. On this one, it's birds. And then on this one, it's swans. So, 4 cardinal directions, 4 seasons, and 4 dogs. And once we get some sandpaper to fix Iggy, we'll take these 4 dogs and we'll point them all in a certain way, and it will open a secret door. But we can't get any sandpaper right now. We can't really leave the house because our boat doesn't work, and we need a spark plug, and we need sandpaper, and Red has both of those things.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right, then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a cerulean warbler.
Yeah, I don't care.
Did you say last night that you have an outboard motorboat?
Sure do. Only type of motorized vehicle
Oh, I'm
allowed
sorry.
on Moon Lake.
Your feed's
Heck, if it
kind
were
of
up to me,
screwing
I'd
up.
ban them too. Have everybody get around
If you're
by
super
canoe.
lost for
Nothing
anything,
like the threat of physical activity
just let
to
me
keep
know.
tourists away.
I can keep you in the loop. He does not like tourists.
Why don't you like tourists?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
So he loves this place because it kind of sucks, which means there aren't a lot of people, and so the birds aren't too bothered.
You don't have
So
to
that sounds
have
like
any
motive
spare
to me.
spark
If
plugs lying around, do you?
What's a pretty young lady like you know about spark plugs?
excuse me, sir. Fuck you. Push him off the
I'm a
platform.
very curious person, Mr. Knott. I like to know things.
I might be able to help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
This guy is so creepy.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
Well, just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket.
Wow, that's
Question
convenient.
is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash.
This is
Maybe you could take a
horrifying.
few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
I'm so... Playing this as a kid was like, oh, okay, like this old man wants me, the teen girl sleuth, to take some pictures for him, okay.
Sure. What would you like
Now
me to take
as
pictures
an
of?
adult, it's
Birds,
horrifying.
of course. There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take
Thankfully,
pictures
he's
of
just
for
into birds.
PEPSOB. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're going to have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
Yeah, dude.
I know I can.
Here's everything you'll need.
Perfect.
M's Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you?
I am a
Well,
spunky one.
These
Thank you
woods
for
may not look
noticing.
it, but they're tinder dry. One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do. Because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch
Oh my
yourself out
god, yeah. Yeah, he's got a secret kill kit. It's in that box. I'm sure of it. Don't look at me. I'm not looking at you. Can we repair the boat at night? I've never tried to repair the boat at night, but I don't...
It's not safe to
Ugh.
take the boat out at night.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I think that's all we need from him right now. Okay. Fucking spark plug. There we go. Sounds bad. Sounds fucked up,
Something must be very wrong with this engine.
I'd say. I appreciate this older game being like pretty realistic. I guess at least with this puzzle, like it's not some weird like I don't know, like it's not like a 2049 or 2048 game or something. Or like I don't know, you just like just fuck with some screws. Okay, right, we did it. We didn't die. Ah, I should have shown you the boat death. I wasn't thinking. If we do that wrong, well, we'll get out on the lake, and then it just blows up, and Nancy like just eats it. She dies. She gets exploded to death.
Hey there! Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
Oh, you're a delight.
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm staying out at the old
It is a
Malone
tree
house.
house,
You know,
yeah.
the house Sally McDonald bought.
Now, what's she doing inviting guests out to that old dump?
She's got a little problem she's hoping I can solve. But right now, I need a chainsaw.
A chainsaw?
A tree fell down in the driveway behind my car, and now I'm blocked in.
I'll get Tucker Davis to take care of it. Gotta warn you, though. Tucker tends to do things in his own sweet time. So how come Sally ain't with you?
The ghost dog scared her off.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house is gonna be nothing but trouble. And sure enough, Malone's hounds have come back. Just when we all thought they were finally resting in peace.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
Have you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to, neither. Just hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
We're gonna talk her language here a
I
bit.
got the bejeebies scared out of me twice last night. Just before I saw the dogs, I caught a man named Red Knot prowling around outside the house.
The bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up
Sorry
on
for
that
my
weirdo
sniffling.
food he eats. You know how them tree hugger types are.
It seemed to me that he was more into watching birds than hugging trees.
Yeah, well, whatever. One thing's for sure. He's gonna
Nancy.
wind up with a dose of buckshot in his hind end if he keeps tramping through people's yards making noises like he just popped out of a UFO.
It's a good point.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in return he asked me to pick up a cassette player from you.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here.
Hi, no worries about being late.
What else can I do you for?
Mal, if you want me to sum up what we're doing and why or what's going on, just let me know. I don't mind. Right now we're talking to Emily Griffin, who owns an antique and bait shop and stuff at the lake.
These so-called ghost dogs
We
left
fixed
very
the
real
boat.
paw prints. I saw
That's
some
the
near
fun
the
stuff
cemetery
we've
that's
done
by the
so
Malone
far.
house. Have you ever been there?
Can't say as I have. Poking around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
Now
Does
the
the
goth.
name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
Where do you find your... achoo!
Bless you. It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
Some of those old bottles are beautiful. Where'd you get them?
Found 'em. See, back in the days of Prohibition, that old Malone place used to be Party Central. Only way to get to and from back then was by boat. And when those boats dumped, on account of bad weather or bad driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
So, it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance. So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state banned it.
Squeaky Wheel Acres?
Jeff Akers, local park ranger. I keep telling him all this stuff washed up on shore. But does that snobby little stickler for rules believe me?
Sounds like you aren't real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could take all his precious rules and regulations and take a flying leap. Now, I got nothing against getting more customers in here, mind you. But I kind of like Moon Lake the way it is. Small, quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the
Hey,
lake and
Rob.
property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed state park.
I'll finish talking to this lady and I'll catch everyone up on what we're doing in the mystery.
Why
Oh, I'm
would
sorry
you
your
want
internet's
that?
screwed up too.
He's
A lot
the
of
type
screwy
guy
internet
who
today.
likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out maybe one ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to do than getting your ear chewed off by yours truly.
That
I
is
need
true.
to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
That's just it. I'm running kind of low on cash. Would it be possible to start a line of credit?
My daddy always said, neither a borrower nor a lender be. But I'll tell you what, seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and cleaned me out. Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope. But you better
You don't
ask
like
him for
this
it quick.
3D.
That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
She's definitely creepy. I think the worst ones are like games like 14 through 18 or 19 or something. Those are the characters in those are horrifying. But yeah, so I'll sum up what we're doing. We are at a cabin in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania, that kind of like a friend of a friend owns. Her name's Sally McDonald. She just bought an old cabin that was built in the 1920s by an infamous mobster. Is that the word? And there's some ghost dogs haunting it, and they're supposed to be the dogs that he owned, and they don't like it when people live there. And it sounds like she is, a mob boy. So she might not like us, or I guess Sally, living there, because she wants to drag the lake bed illegally on our shore. And then Red Knot might not like more people moving in because he just doesn't like people. People are bad for birds, and he's just really into birds. You can look at bait. Oh, yeah. Worms. We get to collect bait at one point. It's pretty cool. Fishing Wall of Fame. Yeah, it is, it is kind of Hounds of the Baskerville. I think more than, maybe, I don't know, maybe Curse of Blackmore Manor kind of is too, but maybe. Okay, let's go. We need to go to the ranger station. We gotta get our well tested. This is it's such a low-key mystery game, guys. It's really
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, this is Angus's first Nancy Drew game. I'm glad you're watching. This is a good intro, I think. And I would love to rent some of those tapes. I don't think we have a TV though.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm visiting Sally McDonald. Are you the park ranger?
Park Ranger Jeff Akers, at your service. Let's see, Sally McDonald is the woman who bought the old Malone place.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Only she's gone back to Philadelphia. Malone's dogs got to her.
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
Does that mean you don't?
There's always a logical explanation for everything.
Oh, that
Whatever's
sounds
out
fun.
there, I'm sure they're no more and no less than exactly what they look and sound like. Dogs. Living, breathing, very noisy dogs.
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet, maybe? Some oddball vitamin or protein.
Oh yeah, Angus. Yeah, you're if you're watching me, oh, he's not gonna be able to hear it. Hold on, give me a second to chat back. Sorry for pausing for a sec. I just wanted to be able to talk to Angus. Okay.
Why do you think dogs would attack Sally's house?
Dogs can be trained to do almost anything.
True.
Have you ever investigated the ghost dogs yourself?
Do you always ask this many questions?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I'm a very busy man, Miss Drew, but
Please answer all my
I
questions.
am here to serve the public.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too.
Oh, okay. Angus, maybe you're not 10 minutes behind. Maybe
the sample to me,
a few.
I'll send it off, and in a
I'm
day
not
or
good
two,
with time,
you'll find out whether or not your water's fit to drink.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's ask some well questions.
Do wells go bad very often?
Depends on when they were dug. The older they are, the more susceptible to contamination they are.
It's good to know.
This place isn't exactly your ordinary ranger station, is it?
It's also the Moon Lake Post Office, and it's the unofficial
Wow.
Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History.
I am blown away.
So I can't help
Yeah,
but
he is a
obligated to
cop,
protect
so
not only the area's flora
he's
and
guilty of
fauna,
something.
but also its past.
So you know all about Mickey Malone?
As a member of the law enforcement community, I prefer to dwell on the positive aspects of history instead of on the activities of a bunch of glorified thugs.
So you'd probably like to see the old Malone place torn down and forgotten.
Not necessarily. It's hard to ignore its potential as a tourist attraction. And if that's what it takes to draw more people to Moon Lake, I'm a reasonable man.
As an officer of the law, can you think of anyone who might want to scare Sally off her property?
The woman who owns the shop across the lake? Emily Griffin? I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure she's been dragging the lake in front of Malone's house for artifacts, which is illegal. It would be a lot easier for her to do her dirty work if nobody was living there.
That's true.
What do you know about the cemetery behind the Malone house?
People are buried there. Beyond that, what's to know?
Wow, okay.
Is Malone buried there?
That's the rumor.
The inscription on one of the tombstones reads Waldo Matthias. Does that name ring any bells?
Not in my steeple.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Not at all.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Please do. And if you have any questions, any more questions, just ask.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry some nasty diseases.
Thanks for the
True.
tip, Ranger Akers.
Alright. How old is this tree? Oh, it's real old. We're not going to read this stuff. We absolutely don't need to know any of it. Can I look at that? No, I can't look at that. Hey, kids. Chipmunk, squirrels, deer, otter. Buttercup isn't an animal. I guess it's nature highlights, not animal highlights. Okay. Some old stuff. The deer mice have been fucking. Don't touch where they fucked. It's bad. You'll get sick. Oh yeah, it's a computer. Hantavirus. That's what you get from those deer mice. I'm reading all this. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Remember, folks. Okay, we're gonna be done here. I don't need to read this shit. Just go home. Right. Sorry, I was forgetting what I was doing for a sec there. Okay. First we have to prime the pump. If we do this, it'll make water come out of it. Where's my bucket? Bucket. There it is. Come on.
I don't need water right now.
I wish Nancy would just carry around a bucket of water. Just for no reason. You want to listen to some bird calls?
American goldfinch. Northern cardinal. Red-tailed hawk.
So we have to take pictures of all of these birds, for the bird watcher guy.
Western tanager.
Pay him back for the spark plug that he gave us for our boat engine. Usually I don't listen to that tape, because I don't really care. And you can photograph the birds without having listened to it. But, yeah, this part of the game is horrible.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
I hate.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
I hate the bird pictures. I hate it. There are no bird murderers. Don't worry. I think I need to go this way, this way. I feel like there's only one on the right-hand side of the trail. Cardinal? Does the cardinal fly away from us because we're not wearing camo? I can't remember which ones
I
do.
must have scared it.
Yeah, cardinal fucking hates us. Fuck you. Which way is the blue jay? This way? Okay. Aren't these birds beautiful? Wow. Animated really well. Really beautiful.
No birds here.
That fucking robin. Did I go this way? I can't remember. Oh. Yeah, it's a cardinal. Okay. No, okay, I want to go... Sorry, it's easy to remember how to get to the cemetery, but when it comes to the birds, like... I can't remember which paths I've been down. Yep, here's the robin. I think this is as many as we can take photos of without the camo gear. So, we should probably head back. So I think there are two more that we have to wear camouflage for. Wait, sorry. Oops. And then, after that it's just the red-tailed hawk. So let's talk to Red Knot. He is only there at night, by the way. For some reason he does night bird watching. Also, his Strixvaria impersonation in the beginning is actually quite bad. He says he's doing a great job, but he's
You find
not.
all the birds?
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture. What am I doing wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's what you're doing wrong. You need to blend in, like me. Go back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some camouflage gear. Only sensible thing that
Night
muddy
bird
rubber
watching.
carries.
I'm sorry to keep bugging you, but I need some sandpaper. Emily said you might have some.
Here, take it and scram. I was just about to call in a meadowlark. That was always Ruth's favorite.
Was Ruth your wife?
Good heavens, no. My wife had no patience for birding. Ruth was my
The
dog.
second chance
Born
button,
collie.
that's
She'd hear a
when we
meadowlark,
die.
by golly, her ears would perk.
We
She'd
use
cock
that,
her
and,
head,
or fuck
she'd
up.
just come as
It
close
just, like,
to smiling as ever
It's a
a
second
dog
chance.
Do many people around here own dogs?
could. Not really. Most people don't bother. The place is surrounded by park land, and Ranger Acres just loves enforcing the leash laws. There it is again.
It's not a night
Take your
bird.
sandpaper and go sand something, okay?
Ridiculous, man. Okay, let's sand something. I've never...
It's stuck.
I know. I've never understood how this... Like, how is it broken? Like, how did the wood get... I don't know. Like, was it just poorly made to begin with? I don't know. Okay. I'm not good at figuring this one out. I usually always cheat. So we've got swans, birds, deer, and trees. I'm going to cheat and find the answers to this online, because otherwise I'm going to be fiddling around forever. Cabin, dog figures. Oh. We can actually, oh, we have to dial in everything, huh? We can actually call Sally and talk about all the weird dog statues, which I don't think... I mean, I haven't done in years, I guess.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
I need you to tell me everything you can about those dogs.
They're black and they have yellow glowing eyes and they don't like me one bit.
When's the first time you saw them?
Well, let's see. I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance, but I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Which 3 people?
Let's see. The park ranger, I forget his name. Kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot. I run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
Okay, let's just ask about the
They're all
dogs.
hanging in the living room with a
The dog
palm on it,
clock
and those
and
dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. Sold the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
Has the clock ever worked?
Not for me. Oh, but get this. One day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the 4 little doors flew open. And instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock. That Malone, bad as he was, he sure loved those dogs.
Sure
Talk to you
did.
later.
Keep me posted.
Angus is a fan of the bird tape. I haven't clicked on the doggy clock. I should probably show it to you. I think this is supposed to help us figure out, like, if our placements are right for this, but... Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was easy. There's a... Come on, let me tap it. Alright, hidden door. It's a photo. We'll take that. For some reason in here we don't need our flashlight. It's nice and creepy, eh? Yeah, we just want to go here. Come on. Uh-oh, I hear mice. Interesting. The last one says pinched. Some codes.
It could be mice making that sound. It's blocked.
Oh. Well, we found a wall safe. And we can't open it right now.
William Akers? I wonder if he's related to Jeff Akers.
Right, so we've got an old newspaper from 1927. There's an article, The Truth About Mickey Malone, as told by his most trusted employee, William Akers. And of course, Jeff Akers is the park ranger, so... Sounds fishy, eh? Oh yeah, it's nighttime, huh? Pretty sure we need to go to bed. Right, we need to get camouflage gear. We need to pester the park ranger.
Howdy, Nancy.
To make a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Got some right over here. One size fits all. But I'm running kind of low on bait. So if you go out and get me, oh, say a dozen little critters, I'll give you the camos.
A dozen little critters?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly will do. Just look under stuff. Rocks, logs, dead leaves. Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Do I need some kind of permit?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. At least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff. Real critter lover, that one was.
Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
That's right.
Guess I'll
We're not
see
going to
you
ask
later.
her any of the other
Keep
stuff.
on trucking.
It's kind of useless for moving forward. So we have to find a dozen things of bait. And then we can get camouflage gear. Then we can photograph some more birds. Yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. It's a dog.
You're back.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi. who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
Do you have any other dogs?
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
I don't know what your hobbies are.
I found this old picture in Sally's house. Do you know who these people are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that. I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
She was probably as familiar with Malone's house and his dogs as he was. Think there's any chance she's still alive?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
I have that water sample. What do I do with it?
Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it.
I've been trying to take pictures of birds for this guy named Red Knot. Ever met him?
Oh yes, the Birdman. I'd stay away from him if I were you.
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's a fanatic. He's got it in his head that Moon Lake would be the best bird-watching venue in the world except for one thing. Too many people. Believe me, if there was a way to get this park shut down and all the homes on the lake torn down, he'd do it in an instant.
I found a newspaper dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
The article mentioned that a man named William Akers used to work for Malone. Is he a relative of yours?
No. Quite a coincidence, I'll admit, but no. I am in no way related to the head of some two-bit gangster and his gang of thugs.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
I bet, dude. He is, though. He is. William Akers was his grandfather. Oh, spoiler. What the fuck am I doing in here? I think we're done in here. Right. Critters. We're gonna go dig up some worms. Nope, I don't want to... Well, thank you. So, chirp chirp is what we want to hear. That means there are some bugs nearby. Don't think this rock. Oh, no, there's something under it. Oh, let me get one. I like how it's like there's the same 3 rocks all over this wood, and the same log as well. There's just one log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Halfway. Remember we found that, the map mentioned that there are some good critters at night. So we'll have to come out here in the dark. Did I come this way? I don't know. Who knows? Not here. I hear a bird somewhere. Tanager. I don't think we can... Can we photograph this one?
Darn, it flew away.
No. It's only at night that there's bugs under that one. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Okay, stomp. Nighttime bugs. Hopefully I can find all of them. Come on, don't do this to me. No chirping. Gotta check anyway. Glow bugs. Oh, I think that's the same sound effects as, when we bake a cake in a different game. Sounds almost like the putting butter in a cake batter sound effects they use, but it's a rock. Okay, anyway. No. No. Sorry. Secret door to the sex dungeon. Exactly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 10. Seem to be pretty on track. We'll just go to the, I think I've got 12. Do I have 12? If I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Excellent. We did it. I think we're gonna get the, let's see, we'll get the camos and take some bird pictures, and then I think we're gonna take a break for maybe 10-15 minutes. 'Cause I would like to have a snack and go to the bathroom.
Hey, Nancy, how's the bait finding coming along?
12 big, fat, juicy
Big,
ones.
fat,
Just
juicy
like you wanted.
ones.
Well, now, you done all right for a city gal. Here you go. Hope whatever
This
you're hiding
fucking-
from won't catch you. How you holding up?
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree yet.
I'll give him another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow drummer.
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Akers. He's got this historical museum thing going out at that ranger station of his.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay hee-hoo.
Oh, thank you for yodeling at us. Thank you. What a wonderful woman. Okay. Birds. There are 2 birds in here. I think they're both in the left-hand path. Which is good because, yes, the cardinal. Gotta do the cardinal, the tanager, and then the red-tailed hawk is a special one that we'll have to ask Red about. Where's the other one? Have we been marking it on our map or not at all? Oh, yes. Yellow bird. Or is it an orange bird? I don't know which one it wants us. Oh, it's the other way. It's over here, I think. Alright. We just need a red-tailed hawk. You know, maybe I'll do that one. Then take a break. Or we could save that for later. Sorry, I'm getting fucking lost. No, yep, I knew that was the wrong way. Just clicking around. Okay. Gonna do a break. Alright, we're gonna take a break. I'll put it in the chat that we're on break till, Oh, good. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I can actually talk to you. I have a speaker, I don't have to use the chat. Yeah, I'm just making some tea. And we'll get it back going. Yeah, like 2-3 minutes or something. My timer's gonna go off any second. Oh, yep, there it is. Alright, okay. I'm gonna start this back up again. Excellent. I've got my tea. I just had yogurt. That was my snack. It was really good too. It was carrot cake yogurt, like the kind that has the like the toppings that you put on it. It was really, really good. Okay, so if you weren't here for the first bit, I think we're close to halfway through the game, maybe. We are at Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. We are here by ourselves in this cabin. This is the cabin of... I'm trying to zoom... I want to show you the cabin. Really nice little cabin in the woods on a lake. Our friend Sally McDonald owns it. She just bought it. It's a cabin that was built in the 1920s by a famous gangster named Mickey Malone. And ever since she moved in, she has been terrorized by ghost dogs showing up at the house every night and like barking and slamming on doors and windows and stuff. And we saw that the first night we showed up. She got freaked out though and left. So yeah, and it's basically like it's ghost dogs of this gangster who used to live here. They seem to show up every time someone buys the house. So we're trying to figure out what's up with the ghost dogs. We just took a bunch of we've been taking bird pictures for this creepy bird watcher that has a platform on our property. But he kind of acts like he owns the place, but he doesn't. And the game is playable, as you can see it, during the day or at night. And it's kind of creepy at night.
How's the bird watching coming along?
I just can't seem to find a red-tailed hawk. Any suggestions?
Well, there's gotta be lots around here. You haven't been going around wearing sunglasses and earmuffs, have you?
No, fuck off. You're rude and mean.
According to my bird map, they like to nest in the big tree that's just to the southwest of the Malone house. I suggest you park yourself nearby and wait. Bound to spot one sooner or later.
See you in a while.
Shh, down a notch. Remember.
Right, this guy's name is Red Knot. And his motivation, if anyone is guilty, he would be guilty of making some fake, or I guess not fake dogs, but making some real dogs, training them to attack the house and stuff. That's our current theory, because he doesn't want more people coming to Moon Lake because it bothers the birds, and he's just here for bird watching, and he doesn't want the park to be bigger or more popular. He just wants it to be him and some birds. He's really rude and misogynistic and just nasty. Don't like him. And he's he's only on his platform at night. He does night bird watching, which is ridiculous, but...
Well, I don't see any hawks, but this is probably the tree Red was talking about. At least it was the tree. That sounded like a hawk.
Yeah, we're taking bird photos for him to pay him back for a spark plug he gave us, so we could fix the boat.
Hey, what is that hawk standing on? Oh, that looks like a speaker.
Oh shit.
Huh?
Night bird watching is really
I better get out of
suspicious.
here. My arms and legs are tied. I can't move.
Oh
Please
man.
take a kick. If I could just get that scythe down, I could use the blade to cut the rope around my wrists and free my hands.
So, so we've been knocked out, and, oh right, that's what I need to be doing. There's a shed on our property. Oh fuck, right. We got locked in our shed. There we go. There's the scythe. Yeah, this this is the
This thing burn up. I've got to put it out.
this is the most intense thing that happens in this game. The rest of it is super tame. I mean, we spent a while like doing things like getting the well water checked and, you know, bartering for sandpaper, but this one bucket of water should do it. Oh, perfect.
What in blazes happened? I saw the fire from my platform and came running. You weren't in there playing with matches, were you?
I was looking at birds, and then I noticed something on the house, and the next thing I knew, I was locked in the tool shed and somebody was setting it on fire.
Whoa, you're not making much sense. Probably smoke inhalation or something. Come talk to me after you've cleaned yourself up and gotten some sleep. I need to tell you something.
Somebody tried to kill you?
I didn't say that.
This is Sally McDonald, who we're talking to now.
Locked you in a shed, set it on fire, and you think they were, what, just pulling a prank? Wake up and smell the hostile vibes, Nancy.
I guess it's just hard for me to believe that anybody would consider me to be that big a threat.
I should have never let you stay there by yourself.
Sally, I'm fine. I feel bad about your tool shed, though.
Who cares about the shed? It was full of junk anyway.
He's a huge misogynist.
That's kind of the way Ranger
He's
Akers
awful.
saw it too. He showed up right after the birdwatcher did and ticketed me for burning refuse in a manner that endangered park property.
That man is insufferable.
Emily was nice, though. She came by right afterwards and wouldn't leave until I drank the tea she made for me.
Look, Nancy, one more time. If you want to leave, just say the word and I'll come get you.
Sally, one more time. I'm fine.
Well, then promise me you'll be careful, okay?
I promise. I'll be in touch.
You better.
Okay. Yeah, that was Sally. She left. Yeah, I said this. She left because she was scared of the ghosts. This is a cabin, by the way. Kind of quaint, kind of ugly. We fixed the floor there. That's our handiwork. There's a secret door there, which, we've been in there once, but, right now we can't do anything in there, so. But yeah, it's a really small, humble little cabin. Also, the photographer lady who owns this, she's 27 years old. Which is kind of crazy, because that's younger than I am, and she just bought a house as a photographer, so she must be doing real good.
It's probably not safe to go in there.
Okay. We got all the photos though for Red. I think we need to go talk to some people.
Good news. I have information on your mystery woman.
Thank you so much. Is she still alive?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is 702-555-9137.
We, let's see, in the, that secret door I told you about, we found a picture, a really old picture of, Mickey Malone, who used to own the cabin, and, his girlfriend, and we're like, oh, who are these people? And he's like, oh, yeah, well, that's Mickey and his, girlfriend, Vivian. So, we asked him to see if we could, track her down for us so we could talk to her.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
Yeah,
Sounds
Vivian
like Moon Lake
Whitmore
could
is a
use
really
two rangers.
If I were
glamorous,
in charge of
divorcee
just 10
name.
more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
Then maybe these ghost dogs are a blessing in disguise.
What do you mean?
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
I'm sorry, I really am. It's just that Sally's my friend, and I'd really like to find out why someone's doing this to her.
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates.
Oh,
They're
wonderful.
from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put everything in envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
Okay if I read what's in the envelopes?
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
We'll ask him other questions later if I feel like it. Okay, so we have to do a little chore for him.
Let's see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
So, 10, 8. I'm also playing, sorry if this is gonna take a little while. I am playing on Junior Detective though, so the puzzles are slightly easier. But there are still puzzles that I gotta do, so that one doesn't belong in here.
Now that they're all sorted, I can do some reading.
Okay, well that was easy. Let's see. War takes. Mickey Malone died. Okay. He was arrested for tax evasion. Although he was guilty of a lot of stuff. Is a gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident? The answer to that is yes. We don't really need to read much of this. Did I just read that one? Hold on. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. This date is important. We need this for, a lock. To open a lock. Here's something recent. Dragging ban is a drag. Ugh. Here's an interview with the lady who owns the... We haven't gone and talked to her, have we? I can't remember if we have in this one. Basically, she's been dragging the lake for antiques. And then they outlawed it. And she's pissed off about it. This is funny. The Septics Roadshow. Great, great toilet humor. I really appreciate it. So we got what we needed from that, but we also we're going to get something else for him that we need.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
Chances are it isn't a paycheck.
No, it's an honorary Junior Park Ranger pin.
Literal toilet humor.
So I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
Wow, thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
He's hot, but he's really
thanks,
boring.
Stranger Acres. Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
He's like the driest man alive. He loves giving people, like, tickets for not having their dogs on leashes and stuff. Loves his job too much.
Nice Junior Park Ranger pin.
Thank
must
you.
really be on Acres' good side.
You could say that.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
Thank you. She yodels at us, which is... I guess it's fun. Putting Roman numerals in order. That probably does get him worked up. So, we're gonna break into an old wall safe. Through this secret door. Roman on Roman numeral action. Ugh. Sorry, the clicking is kind of weird. I'm playing in windowed mode, so it kind of makes everything funny. So you can hear mice. We've been warned about the deer mice population. Oh, see, here's MM pinched, which means the date Mickey Malone was arrested, which is why I needed to see that news article in the thing, because it told me when he got arrested. But yeah, there are some nasty deer.
It's blocked.
It's blocked, so we're gonna use
It looks like a tiny hole.
the pin thing.
What's
I don't know,
the
to fix it
combination?
somehow, so. Oops. That's the wrong button. That's the reset button. That's the confirm button. Okay. Oh, I don't know if it's the full date. We'll try the full date. No, nothing happened. Okay, I did put it wrong. These are all 6 numbers. Is it 012932? Maybe that's it. It's weird. Oh. Okay, finally. Those nasty little mice.
I bet those were deer mice.
Yep, don't worry, we have our gloves and our masks so we won't inhale their feces and fucking die. Okay.
Speakeasy.
So, we have just found a journal of, Mickey Malone's, lackey, William Akers. And, he's saying, to look under the Victrola in the speakeasy at Moon Lake. He said I'd find a map to the gold he stole 2 years ago. Looked under the Victrola and found the map. The problem is there's nothing on it except a bunch of lines and the words, "The dogs will lead the way." There's no X marking the spot or directions or nothing. But I need money bad. My wife and baby haven't had anything to eat. Oh, that sounds sad. So he's just gonna, Sadly, you can't die from rat feces. Like, the game won't let you touch this if you're not wearing, like, the gloves and mask. Although that would be hilarious if, like, you do pick it up and then it takes, like, a few days until you die, and then suddenly, you know, oh, I found the gold, and then you keel over and die, but sadly, it's not that advanced, so. Anyway, so this journal is mainly about him.
Joe Akers?
Right.
Emily said Jeff Akers' father was named Joe. Maybe Jeff is related to William Akers after all.
Yes, 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 he is. Anyway, and here's a map.
The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means.
This gangster guy, Mickey, had 4 dogs. Vitus, Xander, Lucy, and Iggy. All of which, their first names all start with Roman numeral letters, by the way. We're basically, like, using these dogs and what we know about them to solve all these puzzles that he set up. And, we're gonna find some gold eventually. Yeah, so the mystery just got bigger. We just found out that it's not that people want fewer people at the park or whatever, lake. Someone is after gold that's supposedly hidden on this property. We need to talk to Red Knot up in his little treehouse.
Hello there. I owe you an apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails, I gave my map a closer look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone.
You don't say.
Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought. So why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here. It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
Somebody clobbers me over the head and then tries to barbecue me, and all you're worried about is your camera?
It's a very expensive camera.
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
Mickey Malone supposedly buried a bunch of stolen gold bars on his property way back in the 20s. Did you know that?
Really? That's interesting. I don't much care, but it's interesting.
So you don't know anything about it?
Nope.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the birds.
Thank you, Nancy. Nice work. You're a credit to your generation.
See you in a while.
Yeah.
Awful. He did take his shitty little camera. Oh yeah, here's the funny. Yeah, we have a PDA in this game. It's from, I think it's from 2002. We don't even have a cell phone. Ancient. God, okay. I'm trying to remember what we need to be doing now. We've got a map. Oh, that's right. We need to call, this old lady. Hope you're all ready for some phone call action. I'm gonna talk to a 90-something-year-old woman to see if she knows anything interesting about, Mickey Malone and his dogs and gold.
If you're selling something, hang up right now. I got an air horn in my hand that could deafen a dinosaur, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh, no, please. I'm not selling anything. Believe me. Is this Vivian Whitmore?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got exactly 5 seconds to state your business.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Oh, right. The Moon Lake Park Ranger said you might call. But you have to talk fast. An old friend of mine is flying in today from Florida. And when I say old, I mean old, as in 5 years older than I am. Don't bother trying to do the math, sweet stuff. You'll hurt yourself. So, that ranger fella said you found an old picture of me.
That's right. I found it in the cellar of Mickey Malone's old house on Moon Lake.
Moon Lake. Talk about your fond memories. I had a lot of fun there. Although I wasn't anywhere near as wild as most young people were back then. But I think Mickey kind of respected me for that. I was his gal for 5 years. He always kept birch beer on tap at that speakeasy of his just for me.
Tell me about the speakeasy.
It was in the basement, right there at Moon Lake. Feds never knew about it, but everybody who was anybody on the East Coast back then, actors, musicians, bankers, politicians, they knew. You weren't big time unless you'd made at least one trip to Moon Lake Mickey's.
Did this speakeasy have a secret entrance?
There was a lock hidden in one of the tombstones in that little cemetery behind the house.
Oh yeah, there's a cemetery behind the house.
You did. Stairs would appear that led to the speakeasy.
Which is pretty cool.
Do you have any idea how to get into Malone's speakeasy from the house?
I sure don't. That saloon was built using 2 main ingredients, concrete and secrecy. Mickey always bragged that nobody could get in unless he wanted them in, and I do believe he was right. But I'll tell you what, if you send me that picture of me and Mickey, I'll send you my key.
The key to the tombstone? You still have it?
It's in the bottom of my jewelry box. I've come this close to throwing it out 100
Dude,
times.
yeah, this is an amazing house.
And the memories it brings back are so big. Well, I just couldn't. As a joke, Mickey had a tombstone made with the name of this federal agent who had it out for him inscribed on it. That's the one the key unlocks.
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
So it's true? He did bury gold on his property?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Do you have any idea where he might have hidden it?
Afraid not. Mickey was so secretive that the men who completed his house at Moon Lake were not only forbidden to talk about the work they'd done, but they were ordered to leave the state for good, or else. But you know, I think he mentioned a map. Yes. He said he was making a treasure map in that... the dogs. Something about those dogs of his.
The dogs will lead the way?
He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Viv, think! He said he was making a treasure map, and that he was also having paintings done of each dog. He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings?
He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was, what was his name? Iggy. I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
Do you know anything about the safe that's in the cellar of his house at Moon Lake?
You must be talking about the wall safe. That was Willie's. By Willie, I mean William Akers, one of the guys who worked for Mickey.
What can you tell me about William Akers?
He was Mickey's most trusted employee. Mickey treated all his other men like dirt, but not Willie. He honestly liked Willie, respected him, trusted him implicitly.
It's been fun talking to you.
I'll be suing you.
Alright. We got a whole lot of info there. We just gotta wait for a key to be mailed to us. We'll see if going to bed and then making it be the next day, but that'll make a key show up, because I don't think we have anything else to do. The ranger station is also the post office, so, which is convenient. Alright.
Hello again, Miss Drew. Am I in for another interrogation?
I'd
Oh,
like
we
mail
have
this
to
photo
mail
to
the
woman in Las Vegas. Can you do that
photo
for me?
first.
As always, I'm here to serve, Miss Drew. Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it. I'm sure she'll be very pleased to get this back.
Sorry to bother you again, but get those results from the
We
water
get to
test
see
come
him,
in yet?
yeah, a few
There's
more
something
times.
here for you from the State Department of Health.
Oh man, there's arsenic in the well.
Oh my gosh, not only is the water bad, but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions without proof, Ms. Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
Yeah, we'll keep the dramatic
Where's
one.
Yogi?
In the run, out back. Even out of sight, he's under my full control, as park rules require.
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Ms. Drew. As usual, I'm a little pressed for time. If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse
I don't
the
wanna
Moon
sit
Lake
at the
database
computer.
of fascinating factoids that
I
I've
want to
put
ask
together.
you.
What do you know about a man named Joe Akers?
Why do you ask?
I understand he used to be the deputy here.
So?
According to Emily Griffin, Deputy Joe Akers was your father. And according to the juror I found, William Akers' son was named Joe. Another coincidence?
He's so busy.
All right.
He has so much to
William Akers was
do.
my grandfather.
Oh man, we got him.
And you don't want anyone to know that.
It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing.
What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested?
I'm afraid you're going to have to
Oof.
excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've forgotten, I'm a very busy man.
I don't know if he has a harness on. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay. So we mailed the photo, which means we can get the key, but, we gotta call Sally about this well water, because it sounds fucking suspicious. Your well water is poisoned. How do you feel about that? Oh, we could call Bess and George, too. I have not called them at all. There we go.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, hi. How's it going?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm afraid I have some bad news. I had your well water tested, and according to the health department, it contains a very high level of arsenic.
Arsenic? Somebody poisoned my well?
Maybe not. The health department is running more tests. When you bought the house, did anyone mention a problem with the well?
No. And it doesn't matter. I love that house, and I am going to live in it. If that well's bad, I'll just dig another one. At least, I will when I know for sure why bad things keep happening there. You are going to figure that out, right, Nancy?
You bet I am.
I knew I could count on you.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me there was a cemetery on the property, I went, ugh. But when I saw how large the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
So you didn't go out there much?
No.
Always go out to your own cemetery.
Talk to you later.
Stay in touch.
We don't need to ask her all that stuff. It's just kind of... We're just gonna chatter. Right? Like, I'd be so stoked. Like, hey, by the way, you've got your own graveyard. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. Okay, now we can see if we got a key in the mail. Right? She has so much.
I apologize for my previous behavior.
Good.
As a park ranger,
Don't be
I've
rude to
strived
me.
to keep my personal feelings in check at all times, and that time I failed. It's my duty as a public servant to try to make it up to you. What would you like to know?
What happened to Akers and the rest of Malone's gang after he went to prison?
Fortunately for Moon Lake, they all left and went their separate ways.
What can you tell me about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
Say hi to the dog again. Yogi. It's a cute dog.
A package just arrived for you from Las Vegas.
All right.
Great. Vivian sent me the key.
Wouldn't want to break any littering laws, would we?
Actually, I would.
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
Littering laws. Should just drop the package on the floor right in front of him and leave. Sadly, we don't have that much agency. It is a good key. I think there's a skull on it. We're gonna go out to the cemetery, though. There's like a... Here, let me show you. You folks missed all the maze, but this is the maze behind the house. The cemetery's here. Yeah, the house is there, but there's all kinds of stuff out there. We were taking pictures of birds, and we were gathering bait for the for M to trade stuff. I've been playing this game for so long though that I have the path memorized, so thankfully we don't get too lost. Okay, so this is the gravestone. Waldo Matthias.
It looks like some kind of keyhole.
Yeah, it is. There we go. Okay. So we have to put in his nickname. All of these, man, you can make some really funny. Fuck. He used to call him Baldo Matthias. So we just have to make it say Baldo instead of Waldo. And then you are getting close to the speakeasy.
It's too dark. I need a flashlight. Oh, the batteries are going dead.
Wouldn't you
I
know?
can't see a thing. I'd better go back.
Okay. Alright. Got so far only to get sent back by some batteries. Do you want to see the gravestones? There's a Snooky. So many Piff and Puff. Goodness. I think that one's fake. Marbles. That one's fake. We're so sorry to have lost you. I already read these in the early part, but I'll do it again for you. Stench. Then, these are the dogs' gravestones. Vitus, Xander, and then Lucy and Iggy. And then this is Malone. Stench, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go, yeah, we're gonna go get some batteries from Emily at M's Emporium. Nancy has no money, so she just kind of like trades little tasks for things. For some reason, she rarely or like never has money in these games, and I don't know why. But whatever.
How you holding up?
Do you know anything about the gold that Mickey Malone supposedly buried somewhere on his property?
All I got to say about it is, if there really was a bunch of gold buried somewhere and nobody ever found it, it's for darn sure nobody ever will. Not with them dogs.
Stench, Piff,
I
and
need
Puff.
flashlight batteries. Do you carry
It's a
them?
good one.
Yep. But you know, I've been meaning to make a pretty display out of them packs of combo cola over there for the longest time. Just can't seem to get
I'll
around
do
to
it.
it.
In other words, you'd like me to give it a shot.
Here's the way it should look when you're done.
Excellent. Well, I don't know why the click zone is so weird on that thing. Okay. Let's make the combo cola look like a fish. So we can get batteries. Can I please look at my inventory? Oh! I don't know what's going on. Sorry, the game doesn't want to cooperate. Okay. Wasn't letting me scroll up. So... This does have really nice sound effects, though. I've always really liked the sound effects in this one. No, I want to grab it. That's fine. These two need to be swapped. You can barely tell it's a smiling fish. It's a terrible design. I think these It's almost right, isn't it? Oh, there's something off somewhere. What's off? Oh, the eye.
Ta-da! One smiling goldfish. It's obviously never tried Combo Cola.
Oh, Nancy. You're so wry.
Hey, Nancy. This mean you got them cans stacked?
You bet. They look just like the picture you gave me, which you can have back.
I want this
Here's your
shit.
batteries. And thanks, Nancy.
Overcharge. There we go. It's probably we're running the batteries down because we keep it on all the time. Nancy. Okay. Cemetery again. Nope. We have to do this again. Oh man. I hate ones like these. I'm not good at these sort of puzzles. Okay. You can make it say Wenko, which is, I think, the funniest option, but I would have called him Wenko, but
It's silly to try to explore this in the dark.
not Baldo. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's always the... It's the left, come on, you know that. It's always the left one. Alright.
So this is the
Speakeasy.
Wow.
So, here's some dog portraits that we're talking about. Lucy, can we write it down? We ought to be able to write it down, right? Oh, we can't. Well, Lucy's right there. But Nancy doesn't really know that yet. There's Iggy sitting on the porch.
Those must be the spigots William Akers mentioned in his journal.
Here's a puzzle from fucking hell. I can never do it easily, so I'm just gonna cheat at this. I think I can do it right now without screwing it up. Like, I mean, I think the game will let me do it. I'm just getting the hints up on my phone. Spigots, yes, yes, yes. Oh, right. The spigots are locked. How do I get out of here? Can I get out of here?
The spigot won't move. There must be a way to unlock these spigots.
Unlock these spigots. I'm just thinking of spigots. Spigot from Jerk City now. Okay.
If map is correct,
Oh.
the tree where Vitus would bark at the hawks used to be right about here.
There we go. Okay, so she is marking them down. Yes, I will be doing more. I'm glad you stopped in for a bit here. Oh, I can't get over to that one. Yeah, I'll be doing another game probably next week. There we unlock the spigots. Oh yeah, it's called the Boneyard. Very hardcore. Okay, horrible, horrible spigot game. Ugh. Okay, so I have to make it say X, V, I, and L, which are the first initials of the dogs' names, and there's the colors tell me which letter goes where, because those are the colors on their collars, basically. It's a weird thing where, like, they rotate. I don't know. It's just a confusing, rotatey puzzle. Soda. I do enjoy the sound effects. There's a good creak. Yes! We did it! We opened a secret passageway somewhere in the rest of things. Right, there's not much else to look at in here. It's a really nice stage. Can't really click on anything. These doors go into the, okay, do I have to go through? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, I can close it. Whew, okay. Anyway, that goes into the cellar. But I don't want to go into the cabin because we opened that secret.
It's too dark.
Oh, it's too dark. Oh, hold on. We need to go to that secret place we just opened, which, as you can see, is casting some light here. There's more dogs. Iggy. There's a map there. Oh, right. Hold on. Vitus, right, barking at the hawk. No, not backwards. Lucy's standing on the shipwreck, which we don't know about. We have to call Vivian about that. Xander barking at the pump.
Xander played by the pump, which is right here.
So, We can't do anything with all these tiles yet. But we can... There's a locked door there. And there's nothing there. Very exciting. Okay. Right, we want to go back this way, into the speakeasy, and into the cabin. Talk to Vivian. We're very close to the end. We're gonna find gold real soon. I can go back up this way, right? Yeah. Nice.
Hello?
Is this Vivian?
No, this is your station drop-off. Vivian's fixing snacks in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, Eustacia Andropov? Harry Houdini's
She's
cousin?
from an old game.
Like I showed you.
No, Eustacia, wait. It's Nancy Drew. I talked to you on the phone a couple of months ago, just after a friend of mine was kidnapped in St. Louis. I asked you questions about the theater where the kidnapping took place, the Royal Palladium, remember?
Nancy Drew. The Snoopy one. You're not dead yet?
No.
Most people, I talk to them one day, next day they're dead. It is an old age thing.
Oh, stop being so morbid here. Have some clam dip. Hello? Nancy? So you know Eustacia, huh?
Eustacia's amazing.
Well, what's up?
I could play the game that she's in next. She's wonderful.
Are there any other tricks to getting into the speakeasy that I should know about?
I suppose it's only fair to warn you about the tunnels, and the doors, and the dead ends.
Tunnels? You mean there's more than one way to get to the speakeasy from the cemetery?
Mickey had his men dig a bunch of tunnels between the speakeasy and the cemetery with hidden doors that opened when other doors closed, and lots of dead ends, so that if the speakeasy was ever raided, his guests could hide from the police. I was always terrified of getting lost, but you're a plucky girl. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Do you have any idea why the painting Malone had done of his dog, Lucy, shows her on top of an overturned boat?
Lucy, yes. She was the one who would always swim out to the abandoned boat that was stuck on the rocks off Mickey's dock. She'd just lie on it all day, every day, like she owned it. Darndest thing I ever saw.
Where exactly were these rocks?
About 50 feet off the east end of Mickey's dock. Mickey always warned people he invited to his place about them. Was kind of his way of keeping out party crashers. In fact, as I recall, the boat belonged to Flo Ziegfeld. He was famous, you know. Produced these huge musical extravaganzas on Broadway called the Ziegfeld Follies. Anyway, Mickey didn't like him. Thought his show stunk. But Ziegfeld kept begging for an invite to one of his parties. So Mickey finally said, okay. Said just be sure to approach the dock from the east. So he did. Ran right up on the rocks and capsized. Boat was a total loss. Ziegfeld was so mad he just left it there. Mickey laughed for weeks.
It's very
It's been
funny.
fun talking to you.
I'll be suing you.
Okay. You write it down now? No. Alright. Back to the cemetery, back to the speakeasy, because that's the only way to get to it. We can't get to it through the house. Sadly, we have to do this stuff again. Nope, not that way. And this again. Oh. not bad that time. Let us mark it now. Bampo. Do we have to... I don't know why it's not triggering this. I need her to write it down on the map. Maybe we have to look at the... No, let me go in. Thank you. Wait, no. It's... Right, that's why the boat's called the Folly. Well, I guess we're not writing it down, but I can still do the puzzle. Even if she hasn't written it down, I'm pretty sure. Just need to find the map that matches. Pretty sure that's it. Ooh, hold on. My mouse is doing something weird. Oof. Got some turkey mouse. Let's see. I think it's... No. Not right. Fuck. Oh, okay. Hold on. Alright. Let me mark this. Ooh, we have stressful music going on now. Some tunnel music. Oh, no, I fucking lost it. I hate this puzzle. Great, so it's 1, 2, 3 up. These should be 3 up. 1, 2. Yeah, my wineskin doesn't like this. And it's... Oh. Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
I think it sounds fine.
It's some kind of lock. It's some kind of lock.
Not for that key, it isn't. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Cool little tunnel here. Or cave.
So you're the ghost dogs. You look pretty real to me.
This dog animation. Those are the ghost dogs. Here's the speakers.
That's the speaker I saw in the house.
Okay, she's saying it. The key we need. This is someone's diary. Someone's been dragging. The Malone house has been sold. Eddie and Cher have stinky breath. The dogs. Anyway, so this is Emily's notebook. Nancy Drew knows about gold. Must find before she does. Oh, she knows that we know. What else is... I think this one is from Game 6. Time for Plan D, as in Dick. This is from Game 5. This, oh, you missed, if you didn't see the first part when the dog showed up, they had glowing eyes. And, that's what gave them glowing eyes. I guess they were wearing weird sunglasses. Oh, whoa, I didn't know I could look over here. Buff dog. 100% organic. Oh, no, she's been trying to... Oh, right,
These dogs have been trained to act vicious on command.
Your dog in here, but you can't. That's a pizza box they reused from a different game.
I bet the dogs attacked Sally's house because high-frequency signal was transmitted to them through the speaker I saw on the roof.
Oh, you know it. We've got this fucking solved, eh? Where's that, oh, right. Not here. I don't have to do this again, do I? Aw. Nuts. Okay. Okay. We've got the key. This looks fun, eh? Oh, right. No.
The wheel is spinning, but nothing's happening.
Oh man, it's broken. We can fix it. Jam a screwdriver in there. As God intended.
It's
Perfect.
Locked.
Or not.
It's locked. It's locked.
Fuck. I guess, do I have to do that? I can't remember. That's kind of weird. Okay, there we go. There we go. Water level's going down. Oh yeah, by the way, we're trying to open this well thing. If we open it and don't lower the water level, we get killed there, which is fun. I could have killed her for you. Okay, there's another dog puzzle. Fuck, I don't remember what color is what dog. I gotta look at my hints again. Okay, sorry, the thing was giving it a really weird name, and I couldn't figure out which puzzle I was trying to solve. Okay. I have to, because each dog, like, initial is a different Roman numeral, so I have to input the value. So I have to make this one 50. And then... that didn't work. Thanks for nothing.
These colors look very familiar.
Yeah, they do. Oops. 50. I don't know why it's... Sorry, the way this is written and my dyscalculia is I'm having a hard time with it. I'll get it.
Each color could match up with one of Malone's dogs, but what about those numbers?
Ugh. Okay. Sorry that took forever. The end puzzles always get more difficult because, you know.
I better make sure
Oh,
this door is
Jesus,
closed
that's
all the
scary.
way before I fool around with anything else.
Sure, Nancy. No. What the fuck? I don't want to do that. Sorry. My weird mouse is... No, give me the thing. I want it. I don't want to click shit.
I'm this close to finding the gold. I just know it.
Yeah. Ugh.
600 pounds of gold bullion. Wow.
Wow. Nice. Uh-oh.
Hey there, Nancy. Why, what on earth have we got here?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
There's plenty of gold here. We can share. Open the door.
No.
I need to get out of here.
Oh, so we can't take the wheel. Well, I guess we locked her in enough.
Nancy, wait. Let's talk about this. This can just
I should have
be
let
our
her
secret.
brain
You scratch
Nancy
my
on the
back, I
head.
scratch yours, remember? Nancy.
The gold's all yours, Em. Enjoy it while you can.
If we don't escape,
Dear
she'll
Nan,
hit
as
us.
soon as I got out of the
in the
tunnels,
head with that
Emily
dog
had left
bone.
the door open. I called the sheriff. But when I let him back down the well to the room where I left Emily, she refused to leave. He and his deputies finally got her out, but one of them said afterward that if he had to choose between getting a bear away from her cub and getting Emily away from that gold, he'd pick the bear. What's worse, by the time they took Emily away, the place was swarming with reporters from all over the country. The commotion has scared away every bird for miles. I'm pretty sure Red Knot would like to strangle
It's a
me.
great
On the
photo.
other hand, when Ranger Akers found out that 7 cars and 2 helicopters were illegally parked on park property and that he was going to get to ticket them, he was ecstatic. Tucker Davis finally cleared away that dead tree, which means I'm free to drive home. Moon Lake is beautiful, but I've had enough wildlife for now. Which reminds me, did I mention that those 4 ghost dogs are actually very sweet? They're so sweet, in fact, that Sally is seriously thinking about adopting them. How's that for irony? Ever yours, Nancy.
Aw, what a great ending.
Bess, hi, it's Nancy. I'm at this little amusement park on the coast. I wish I could say I was having a wonderful time, but the fact is, some pretty spooky things have been happening here. There have been some strange accidents, and the carousel, it starts up in the dead of night all by itself, like it's haunted or something. You know me, I don't get scared very easily, but I saw it myself, and I'll call you later. I've gotta go right now.
The Haunted Carousel is not a good game. I really don't like it. They could have made such a spooky haunted amusement park game, and they didn't. It's just kind of annoying and weird. Anyway, that is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. We solved it. We found a bunch of gold. And ghosts aren't real, I guess. Not in Nancy Drew land. They're just real dogs. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. It was fun and nice, and I'll probably do another one next week. Yeah, I'll probably, I think I might do the 5th game, go back to and play the final scene, because that's a really good one. It's, not a spooky one, but it's good. It's the one that Eustacia is in as a phone-a-friend character. So, yeah, that's it for this, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.